Kreepers! What's up, you guys? It's Clearski and I'm back. Troutdale, gateway to the gorge. That's right, we are in the beautiful Troutdale, Oregon today, just east of Portland. And this is the heart, like I said, and the sign says, to the gorge. But we're going to check out some more sights and sounds and some really cool art pieces. So creep with me, shall you? If you guys can see right from the get-go, it is a beautiful day, and we are going to start the vlog off today right in the beginning of where you roll through downtown Troutdale. There is a ton of history and really cool art. Now, I don't know if you guys checked out my previous vlogs last week, but we were out here last week as well, and there were some really cool places that we visited. So after this vlog, if you guys want to check out some more of what the beautiful Troutdale, Oregon has to offer, make sure you guys creep back over. But check out these old, like, historic looking lampposts with the little trout on there, symbolizing Troutdale. And also, what I thought was really cool and very interesting is, if you guys see way out in the distance there is a water tower, or maybe just a tower, what was the home to the Bissendler Wool Company, which is a wool pullery. And this water tower has a lot of significance. Not only has it been here for so long, but it was actually featured in an episode of Ripley's Believe It or Not, due to the fact that it was, like I said, home to a pullery. And during the times of their orders, they found a cat, that's right, a house cat, that was squished in between about 20 different pieces of cattle on one of the orders. Now, when one of their workers originally found it, they thought the cat was actually deceased, but upon further inspection realized that the cat was actually still alive, and that one of the workers was able to actually massage it back to life. So it's pretty funny to think that not only does the water tower have a lot of historical value, but was actually featured in an episode of Ripley's Believe It or Not. Now, we crept over to Lover's Oak, which was also featured on an episode of Ripley's Believe It or Not. So two places right here in the downtown Troutdale at one time were actually featured on Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's so cool to me. And just right up here around the bend to the right, we're going to check out some more history. But first, I wanted to show you guys the fronts of these businesses all along the heart of Troutdale that continue to give the facade or layout of the old school kind of vibe and look. So downtown Troutdale has done a great job of keeping the history, and I just love the look of them, really. It's kind of that old-timey look. But we're going to creep up here just a while, and I'm going to show you guys a couple more things that I thought was really cool about downtown Troutdale, and that is a couple art pieces just right up the block here that depict a lot of history. I don't know if you guys noticed at the beginning of this vlog, though, but that gentleman was being pulled over in that truck there, and I'm not sure what was going on, but he was honking to try and get somebody's attention. But I kind of just do my thing, and he gave me a thumbs up there. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think things are good. So I wish that gentleman the best. But if you guys creep with me, just right here to the right, we are going to check out some really cool art pieces. What this city does such a tremendous job with all these statues and history. It's such a nice little beautiful little park here. You can come and enjoy the scenery, maybe bring a picnic. And I'm going to start by showing you guys this tremendously awesome mural here, which depicts an old school Troutdale. And like, if you guys can see, like I said, the buildings in the back there, when you pan over to these, haven't really changed much. And this mural actually depicts a lot of history, including the trucks bringing the celery, which Troutdale was known to farm a ton of celery. And not to mention, there are people and horses and just great history, not to mention the detail of the painting. And this little placard here gives us a little bit of more info on Troutdale. 29 cents a gallon, wow. And if you guys can see here, a couple people enjoying a brew and maybe a little bite to eat off the top of their automobile. A lot of people would use their hood of their car here and dine from tin cans warmed on the radiator. And they were saying that a lot of the times when the newer cars would just be coming about, would sometimes scare the horses, but they've done a great job showing some of these old-timey pictures here too. But we're going to take a better look here, because some of these statues, like I said, are incredibly awesome, but also tell a little bit of a story, like this little guy here on his scooter with his little doggy Hitchin' a Ride by Carolyn Williams, contributed by the Caswell Art Gallery, which we actually had so much fun there, and we had the privilege of actually showing you guys that. So like I said, after this vlog, make sure you guys check out the Caswell Gallery, but I'm pretty sure they are the ones that created almost all of these pieces throughout Troutdale. But we're going to pan over here and show you another one of this gal right here. And this is Clara Littoral Larson. She was actually the first woman mayor in Troutdale. So you guys can see she's got her beautiful dress on here, all looking slick, and then a handful of newspapers. And I believe they had a restaurant here for many years as well. But this gal right here was actually the first woman mayor right here in Troutdale. That is so cool. And I love, like I said, that Caswell does such a great job on these pieces, making them so lifelike. And then if you look just to the left here, we've got this other little girl here riding this old school bike. And this one is entitled Amanda Jane. And so all of these sculptures and people have a significance here in Troutdale. And like I said, the Caswell studio does such a great job on the detail. And then if you come right up this way, there's these giant trouts inside this incredibly cool fountain, which looks like at some point actually turns on with like a water feature to give it even more of like a lifelike look. But yeah, these trout, you know, depicting Troutdale, Captain John Harlow The founder here in Troutdale had a bunch of trout farms and ponds, hence the name Troutdale. And this one's actually entitled Troutdale's Rainbow Splendor by Rip Caswell. Captain John Harlow named his farm and later Troutdale for the trout he raised. That is so cool. And like I said, I'll definitely leave links to not only Caswell's sculpture gallery, but a lot of the the Troutdale Historical Society. But I just love this little park, and I just love that these littler cities are on board with making their towns look so much cooler, showing the history, and also giving a platform for artists like Rip Caswell. But we're going to cross over here because there's a couple other little sculptures. Well, they're not really little, they're actually giant, like life size, that I want to show you guys. And I do appreciate you guys joining me, like I always say. And usually I wait till the end of the video to say, if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. You can also ring that little bell down below. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. But I'm going to go ahead and say it now, just for good measure. But holy smokes, look at this guy, just chilling, holding it down. What's up, buddy? A tremendous piece again by the Caswell studio. But look at this guy right here underneath all these awnings. Just a giant moose hanging out. That's what I love about art. Hey buddy, have a good day. Oh, it looks like he actually has a name, if you guys can see on the window there. Hashtag Dale the Moose. So who knows, maybe he's got his own Instagram. Super cool, I love it. Oh wow, look at this. And not but, you know, a couple feet from the moose, we've got this incredibly awesome, maybe like a cougar of some sort, or maybe a tiger coming down off of this tree here. And if you look real close, there's actually a little woodpecker up there too. That is so good. And not to mention the great detail on the rock leading up to them. That is so cool. And this sits right here in front of this really cool barber shop. That is so cool. But we're going to keep creeping down here just a ways, because there is one more thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was really cool. And I just love all these little stores where you can go in and support local businesses. It's like a little general store with all kinds of little goodies and knickknacks. Looks like they even do like a little ice cream parlor. But yeah, just a tremendous amount of little businesses, and just love the history. Oh, and if you guys can see, check this out. It's actually John Harlow Avenue. Very cool. And I love getting up on these early mornings and creeping with you guys, enjoying the sounds of all the early birds, including myself. Hey, this place is pretty cool too, with this stonework. Very cool. And like I said, when you walk through here, you almost feels like you jump back in time, because like I said, the layouts of these buildings just give it that feel. So yeah, this is beautiful out here today. I got my shades on and it is sunny. The birds are chirping. I appreciate you guys a lot. You know, I've been doing this channel now. We're at like maybe 450 videos in, so we've definitely been creeping, and all you guys that have been on board since day one, I really appreciate that so much. Everybody that, you know, shares and likes the video. We're getting really close to 1,300 of you creepers that are dedicated, so I appreciate that very much. I never thought and could never imagine how many people and places that I'd be able to go to and bring you guys along. So thank you very much, like I always do say, but I couldn't thank you enough, and no words would really truly do the due diligence of how I feel of every time I see people in the comment section giving love and things. But we're going to show you guys one last little piece here, and that is this incredibly awesome Union Pacific train, which is actually used for a museum which is unfortunately not open right now, because I would have loved to go inside this old, I'm not sure, is this considered a caboose? But I just love trains and everything that they've done for the Pacific Northwest. But it's so cool that you can just walk down the main strip, see all the little shops, get some history, and see really cool things like trains. Not to mention the historic Troutdale Bridge just sits right out here besides this train. And this sign tells a little bit of a story. It was settled in the 1850s. Cattle herds of the early pioneers were driven to the nearby Sandy River from the Dalles, while the immigrants rafted their wagons down the Columbia. First known as the Sandy, the present name came from fish ponds built by the town's founder, Captain John Harlow, like we had just discovered. So just an incredibly beautiful day. And just so much in such a short little